Hi there, I'm Chris Berman. We got a lot of games to cover, so let's get to it. In our first game this week, we had the Titans edge their way to a narrow 3-point win. Reggie Wayne stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. Antonio Freeman had over 50 yards receiving and helped his Bears beat the Buccaneers. On the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field in Green Bay, we had the Packers edge their way to a narrow 3-point win. Down at Pro Player Stadium, we had the Dolphins lose by 11. The Falcons' defense held their opponents to under 100 rushing yards in their win at Arrowhead Stadium. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Boomer, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary Report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. Darren Woodson sticks out on this list as one of the more costly injuries. It's a broken hand, and the doctors are saying he'll be out for 5 weeks. In front of you, we've got the NFC list. And as you can see, they could form their own MASH unit. Alan Ricard is probably the one that most leaps out at you. The team doctors have reported a pulled hamstring, and he'll be out for 7 weeks. Now the big story of the day. Ty Law is going to find himself in street clothes for the time being, and that'll be a major blow to this club. So that'll do it for now. Chris, let's send it back to you.
Chargers, Panthers. Tim Couch calls signals at the 12-yard line. He's so dangerous, buying time, moves out of the pocket, fires, touchdown. The Chargers win this one by the final score of 14-7. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Patriots pick up their 6th win of the year. The Jaguars won on the road and will have to travel again next week when they meet the Texans. Starvin' Marvin Harrison had a stellar game, but all said and done, his performance wasn't enough to lift his team to a victory. In the Big Apple, New York, we had the Giants come away with a decisive 10-point win. Brett Favre airmailed 350-plus yards and helped his Raiders beat the Saints. Eagles, Browns. Darrell Jackson is set in his own territory, and he'll get the punt at the 40. He's going to break a tackle right there, and look at him go. He could go all the way. 60-yard touchdown. The Eagles go on to win this by the final score of 20-6. And last but not least, we had the Bills come away victorious. So another week in the books here on ESPN, but what do you say we hand out a few game balls before we go? Here's my primetime players. Hi there, I'm Chris Berman. Up next on ESPN. Well, luckily the folks in Houston didn't have to wait too long for a new team in a new stadium once the Oilers skipped town. They were rewarded with beautiful Reliant Stadium, home of the great Super Bowl 38. And that'll host this edition of the NFL on ESPN. Got a good one on tap for you. Jacksonville Jaguars, Houston Texans. Now!
Still fans making their way through the turnstiles. They'll be just in time to catch the start of this game. Hello, I'm Dan Stevens, and welcome to Reliant Stadium. My pal Peter O'Keefe will be covering today's game with me. Peter, playing on the road can be an unfriendly environment, to say the least, and it has been particularly unkind to these guys.
Well, you said it, Dan. They've really had a rough go of it on the road so far this season. They're hoping they can turn their luck around in today's game.
Texans, the game rests on us on the deep, fellas.
All right, welcome to the Texans franchise, everyone. We had a bye week last week. We're back out of here, hosting the top team in the division.
2nd and 3. Ball at the Jaguars, 27 yards.
Realized I picked the wrong defensive playbook. That's not good. That was a good play, though. The Jaguars come into this game 6-1. We are 3-3. Oh, good throw and catch.
First and 10.
Ball at the Jaguars 38-yard line.
Once we've played 8 games, I'll show some stats on the season for our team and our players.
Second and 9. Ball at the Jaguars 39-yard line. First down, Jaguars. And 9. Ball at the 47. Down. Switch. Black 85. Switch. Black 85.
Oh.
Gain of 5 on the play.
Ooh, good time to run it. Just short, though. All right, and the offense is out here now. Trying to not have so many turnovers like the last few games.
Third and 6.
All right, third down now.
27-yard line.
Hoping for him, right? Oh, man, we got to make a connection there. Dang.
First and 10, Jacksonville.
And those mid-range throws with Vic are really tough. He throws it deep, no problem. I do notice problems shorter. Ooh. Good stop there.
Pass is incomplete. Second and 10.
Overall, it's worth it, though, because Vic saves us so often with his legs. Good play out there.
Number 80, pass complete. First down, Jaguars. Ball at the 36-yard line.
Kurt Warner's having a nice season. Also looking quite different from what I'm used to seeing. Ooh, had a play on it there a few times. Couldn't come up with it, but we'll take incompletion. Ooh, and he was doubled and beat them both. Bad.
First and 10. Ball at the 17.
Wow, they just stormed right down the field there. They take a big score early.
Ball at the Texans, 28-yard line.
Time for the non-QB draw. Ready for this? Like it?
First down, Texans. Second and 8. Ball at the Texans, 42-yard line.
Okay, not much there.
Pass complete.
Let's step it up. We got
Third
this
and
one.
6. Ball at the Texans, 43-yard line.
That's a nice play down the middle of the park. We don't get Dallas Clark involved a whole lot on offense. Another time, but they just opened up the middle of the field there for me. Got Fitzgerald on the outside. Couple yards. Oh, blocking didn't really hold up there. Man, 4th and 2, do we go for it? What a decision to make.
4th and 2. Ball at the 11.
If I don't like the look I have, I'll take a delay of game. Part of me really wonders if we can throw it to Luke on the outside. Let's go for it. Not worth.
Pass is incomplete. Number 10.
That was great coverage. Should have looked for something else for sure. I'm okay with going for it, but I don't like the look at all. For obvious reasons.
Pass is incomplete.
Okay, we'll have good field positions, like nothing ever happened.
Second and inches. Ball at the 34-yard line.
Single back. Black 25.
Go deep to Burleson. Oh,
The pass is incomplete. Number 81 was the intended receiver. Number 22 with the coverage. 3rd and inches. Ball at the
last time we did a fullback dive, we got the first down, but Baxter fumbled it. That's much more like it. Williams all alone on the left side. Great run.
Second and 9. Ball at the 10-yard line.
Vic, can he get there? Ooh.
Michael Vick, the ball carrier. Number 21 with the push out of.
You think we can just run it right down their throats here? Oh, with that front? I would hope we can. No linebackers in the way. We can get in there with the rushing touchdown. Love to see it. That was a great drive from us.
Pass is incomplete.
All right, let's see what our defense can do here. Second down. All right, we're gonna have a 3rd and 6. Love to see it. That's a great pick from Hartz, the young safety. Going to return it back into their territory. Great play.
Second and 3. Ball at the 34-yard line.
Over the top to Winslow with the face mask.
Face mask, number 20, defense.
First and 10. Ball at the 12-yard line.
Oh, Williams into the open space. I don't even know how I did that. 10 yards. Of course, that was the price we had to pay for a good run. Oh, no. Hey, we've gone a long time this year without an injury. Hopefully it's not too serious.
Second and 1. Ball at the 2-yard line.
Kevin Jones is going to have his chance here. Couldn't quite get the first.
Third and inches. Ball at the 2-yard line.
There we go. That's a rushing touchdown. And we take the lead. Nice to get a look at the standings there for the division. Appreciate you guys chilling with me for this franchise game. Not trying to talk too much, not trying to be too much of a yapper during this one, just trying to enjoy it. I guess I have the announcers turned off, so I don't really know the update on Ricky Williams. We'll check it out after halftime. Oh, Peppers dragged him down. Give me a 2-minute warning. Oh, how did he find that tight little spot there? What a throw.
First and 10. Ball at the Jaguars' 42-yard line. First down, Jaguar.
A pitch. I wasn't expecting that. We'll call timeout. We'll try to be greedy.
First and 10, Houston.
Our offense is not necessarily built for the you have 1 minute to get into field goal range. Unless they just open up the middle of the field for me. Oh my goodness. A very similar plays here. How about this? I mean, again, they just leave the space open for me. We'll call timeout. Man, they're just letting Vic run all over. I think I'd love to go to the outside with Clark here. Okay, unfortunate.
Pass is incomplete. Third and 1. Ball at the Texans, 45-yard line.
Jones on the outside. That was a nice play there. As for Ricky Williams, it looks like his injury status is probable right now. See if we can get Jones again on the outside here. If not, maybe. Oh, man, I was looking for maybe a deep shot. We're going to have to huddle up to the line here and hope for something lucky. Uh-oh. This is not a good spot. Not a good spot to be in at all. This is getting ugly.
Pass is incomplete. Number 11.
And that'll do it for the first half of this one. The Texans are out in front, 14-7. And now let's send you to Chris Berman in our studios in Bristol for the ESPN halftime report. Boomer?
All right, Dan, we'll get back to you in a bit. But welcome, everybody, to the ESPN Halftime Show. I'm Chris Berman. Look at our halftime stats here, and boy, look at the difference in passing yards. The Jaguars should be way ahead on the scoreboard, but somehow they've let their opponent hang with them. Let's see if they can change things in the second half. We'll start this one off late in the first quarter. Kurt Warner connected with his man on this one. A 17-yard touchdown for the Jaguars. The Jaguars strike first and go up by 7. Texans still late in the first. The Texans with the ball at the 36. Michael Vick would find an opening here, and he was off. Texans now early in the second quarter. Texans losing by 7. Ricky Williams bounces this one to the outside, and is going to get some room to maneuver out there. They knot it up, 7-all. The Jags, middle of the second, Tronard Hartz is reading the quarterback's eyes all the way as he's able to get his hands on this one and pick it off. Game tied, 7-all. Kevin Jones got the carry here, and he comes through. A 2-yard touchdown for the Texans. The Jags late in the second quarter. Kurt Warner would find his target on this one. Texans still late in the second quarter. Texans up by 7. Michael Vick would make the first guy miss. Then he'd rip off a chunk of yardage here. And that's where we'll leave this one. Texans are holding on to a lead, 14-7. Now, let's check out the undisputed halftime hero of the first half. Ricky Williams has taken over this game. So that does it for our halftime report. We'll send you back now to the second half of this one. Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe are there. Gentlemen.
All right, back at it. In the second half of this one. Ricky Williams still isn't back yet, it looks like. There we go, right down the middle to Hackett. Love to see it. We'll go with a little hurry up right now. I think we can go Hackett real quick to the outside here. Oh man, stone hands.
Pass is incomplete. Number 80.
Oh, more stone hands. Come on, guys. We got to catch it.
Is incomplete.
Help Vic out a little bit.
Number 30. Third and 10. Ball at the Texans, 45-yard line.
Oh, the blocking really held up there. That was great blocking for a long route. Burlington's part.
Second and 10. Ball at the 31.
See what this flag is.
Pass interference. Number 55. Defense.
I don't know if I saw that.
First and 10. Ball at the 19.
Can the blocking hold up here for a counter? Well, let's test it out.
Number 34. The ball
I have
carrier.
nothing to say.
Number third and 12. Ball at the 21.
Just throw it deep to Moss, see what happens. Ooh, good defense there.
Pass is incomplete. Jeff Ulbrich with the deflection.
We'll take our field goal attempt here.
8-yard attempt. Number 13. Hold.
I would love to go up by 2 scores. Haven't been too bad on my field goals recently. All right, our defense has been great so far. They have been the last few weeks, really.
Amon Green, the ball carrier.
Oh, man, that did not work out for them. They're going to punt it away again.
Second and 9. Ball at the Texans, 41-yard line.
Good catch, Fitzgerald.
Texans. Third and 5. Ball at the 37.
Oh, Jones is wide open out there. Huge play.
Second and 9. Ball at the 12-yard line.
Okay. Wonder if we're going to get a look here with Fitzgerald down the middle. You wonder. And we do. Touchdown. Oh, we're about to take a 17-point lead all of a sudden on the top team in the division. This team is really turning around fast.
Turn of 19 yards on the play. First and 10, Jackson.
Man, if you saw with that graphic, it looks like the Jags really had that one great opening drive and nothing much since. It looks like about as many yards total since that opening drive as they had in that first one. Oh, nearly picked off by Hartz there. That was a great jump.
Second and 10. Ball at the Jaguars, 27-yard line. Gain of 9.
Gonna be a first down. The Jags are in quite a hole here, and they're kind of running out of time. Only 9 minutes left in the game now. All right, so for the first time since, I guess, the Lions game early on, we're getting to hold on to a lead here, a big lead in the fourth. But they are storming down the field.
Gerald Solt, the ball carrier. Number 42 with the tackle. Second and 10. Ball at the 10-yard line.
We'll just keep letting them run this clock down. Nice defense there. Oh my goodness, they missed it. I think that's like the third straight CPU missed field goal I've seen. I don't know what to do about that. That's wild. You know what? It keeps us from having to deal with the kickoff, and that alone is worth a missed field goal in my book, because the kickoffs are so annoying to deal with. Try to go Moss here on the outside.
Santana Moss, pass complete.
Didn't have the time to throw that one off. That's all right, though. As long as it's not a turnover.
Second and 19. Ball at the Texans' 23-yard line.
Black 43. Black 43. Hut, hut. Hut, hut. Hut. Hut, hut, hut.
Nice throw to Moss. What a strike for a first down.
First and 10.
And it looks like Ricky Williams is back in the game.
45-yard.
Get a few touches here. Make sure he's feeling all right. Oh my goodness. He's feeling all right.
I'm taking counter. Don't touch. Don't touch. Down. Go back. Go back. Move. Black 25. Black 25. Listen up.
Wonder if we're just going to go deep to Fitzgerald just for the fun of it. I think so. Wide open. That's a score. Texans adding on here in the fourth. Against the top team in the division. Get out of here. All right, so we put in all the backups, and this is such a great win. This is such a great win. We're really on a great streak here. Should feel pretty good about where we're standing now. What was that, bro? My goodness.
Incomplete. Second and 10. Ball at the Jaguars' 20-yard line.
Some of the games are pretty early on, so I appreciate you watching. Certainly looking a little bit better now. What was that? Oh my. Oh no.
First down, Jaguars.
Backups not making plays right now. Oh yeah, they're just tearing them apart. Oh man. They're moving too fast for their own good. Oh, there we go. Sanders making a nice play on things, and that'll seal it. So that's just about going to seal it. Unless anything crazy happens, I'll pretty much just end it right here. Let Boomer do the post game and weekly wrap up and end it from there. I really appreciate you watching.
Timeout called. Second and 9.
Subscribe if you can.
Ball at the Texans.
It's the only thing I really care about at all. So I'll just sign out from here. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it.
Hey, I'm Chris Berman. Got a lot of games to cover. Let's get at it. In our first game this week, we had the Cardinals stroll away with a 14-point win. Chad Mustard and Brodsky had yet another productive game, keeping his streak alive, but in the end, it wasn't enough to get the win. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris. Let's switch gears and talk about players that'll have new homes in the National Football League, as free agency continues to play such a huge role in determining a team's makeup. Rohan Davey will be moving on from his current address, and he gets a pretty good deal to do it. 3 years, $1.0 million.
Corey Dillon ate up over 100 yards on the ground and helped his Eagles beat the Ravens. Way up in the northern plains in Minnesota, we had the Vikings lose by a 9-point margin. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Jets win their 4th game of the year. Jaguars, Texans. Michael Vick would air it out on this one, and he would find his man. The Texans win this one by the final score of 31-7. Up in Chicago, we had the Bears come away with a 7-point win. The Colts exploded for 500-plus yards from their offense in their win at Arrowhead Stadium. The Patriots won on the road and will have to travel again next week when they meet the Rams. Ed Reed stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. Carson Palmer passed for 150 yards plus and helped his Seahawks beat the Panthers. Lions, Cowboys. Jeff Blake calling signals at his own 40-yard line, rolls, then fires a slant. Look at him go! He could go all the way. 60 yards, score! The Lions go on to win this by the final score of 10-6. In the mile-high city of Denver, we had the Broncos walk away with a 6-point victory. And in our final game, we had the Raiders come away victorious. So let's change things up a bit and turn to a guy that's had his eye on the college game, and that's our own Mel Kiper Jr. He joins us now. Mel, your work never ends, I know. Believe me, I know better than anybody else. But it's never too early to start thinking about next year's draft, is it?
Yeah, no doubt about it. And now that most teams have 7, 8, 9 games under the belt, we're starting to get a pretty good sense for which guys are going to be blue chippers come draft day. Steele is someone I think of right away when I think of the best prospects in college football. 6'2", 280, out of New Mexico State. And this is a guy I think will be an anchor for some teams' line for years to come. He's got great balance and good footwork in the middle, but what I like most is he's got real leadership qualities. He's not afraid to take charge out there. Hodges is another guy that I truly believe will be a frontline NFL starter somewhere down the line. The way he's performed this year makes me believe his stock is really rising in NFL circles. So that'll do it for now, but expect there to be plenty happening between now and April.
So another week in the books here on ESPN, but what do you say we hand out a few game balls before we go? Here's my primetime players. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.